I'll tell you one of the major things that's worrying me is that, like I said, on the internet, only really narcissists can hear me. That is a fact. If you're not a narcissist and you're hearing this, congratulations, you're a very small minority that can hear me. When I say hear, I mean see and perceive and hear. Because normal people, I've actually done experiments with this on the internet. Normal people who are extremely talented and intelligent and experienced with the subjects that I've been talking about, I've actually been in contact with them, about a dozen of them, and I've asked them simple questions like, so I've had this problem where people can't perceive what my video is. They can watch it, and they know that they've watched it, but they can't say what it's about. It's not possible for them to really have any awareness of what the video is about. And these are my hard-hitting videos exposing evil. And I say to these very talented people that I admire through email, I say, can you do me a favor? Can you watch some of my videos? And I link them a bunch of my videos, like maybe 6 of them that are important. And I say to them, can you tell me the following? Can you tell me what this video is about? What is the video saying? What does the video look and sound like to you? What can you see and hear in my video? And they usually come back to me, if they come back at all, and they say, I don't know what you're asking. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. That kind of thing. Just repeated affirmations that they're totally unable to respond to what I've asked them. Even saying things like, I'm not sure what you're asking me, even though I've spoken directly and clearly. Another one who's a guy who researches really out there topics, who I respect. I won't say anybody's name just yet, probably never, but there's no profit in doing that. There's no benefit in doing that. I'm walking up a hill, by the way, mountain. He emailed me back. He's like, oh, your video's very interesting, Tristan. No, he didn't say interesting. He said, what was it, like mystifying or something? I think he said intriguing. He said, oh, thank you for the links to your videos. Oh, your video is very intriguing. I wonder if you could tell me what it's about. So he had no effing idea what my video was about. So let me stress to you, these are not amateurs who I'm trying to teach something necessarily. These are people that are at my level, but in slightly different but related fields. And I've noticed there's about a dozen of them I've been in contact with like that. I've noticed not a single one of them is able to repeat back to me even the most basic things that I've asked them, like, what do you see and hear in this video? They can't even tell me that. However, listen, in my experimentation to try and figure out how come no one is reaching me, I thought to myself, who are the most wacky out there people on the internet today? And I would say undoubtedly it's the people that think that they're being gang stalked. Now to differentiate, I actually have been gang stalked. It's not what you think. It's not what, like the majority of people, oh, it's getting windy now, sorry about that, but the majority of people on the internet talking about that subject, they're talking about a different thing that I'm talking about, okay? But these wacky people that think they're being gang stalked, I thought they are so wacky, they are so zany. Like one of their characteristics is that they'll all agree with each other without evidence, all right? They don't have to have evidence to agree. In fact, most of them don't care about evidence. They're just kind of like assertions. This happened. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you're definitely being gang stalked, says their audience replying to them. There's some emu prints there. Emu footprints. Sorry, it's getting windy. I don't want that because I'm about to tell you important things that I want you to be able to hear. But it's too windy. I think it's too windy because I'm up on top of a hill. If I come off the hill, it'll probably get quieter because we've gone up about probably 70 meters vertically or something. Maybe when I get to the top of the hill, maybe I'll stop. So, and turn around and go where it's quieter. And off in the distance, we've got mountains. So, two prominent channels that talk about gang stalking, amongst others. I contacted them and they replied. And one of them was able to make a kind of a joke, but he did not acknowledge anything that I'd said. The joke that he made was I referred to two women that had mimicked me, and he made a joke by saying that some of them were secretly men, like transgender, which of course they're not. So, I mean, and again, like, he didn't have any proof. He was asserting that one of them had a suspicious Adam's apple when she absolutely doesn't. She's just a girl. You know what I mean? So, but his joke, he just whimsically did a joke. So he's all serious about his gang stalking topic. He's a full-on hardcore wacko gang stalking channel. And when I present him my material about narcissistic mimicry, he's not able to perceive what I've shown him. He's not able to perceive what I've shown him. He's not able to respond to it at all. The other one was a woman. And the woman was the only exception to all of the others. She was able to respond to the material that I presented to her. And it was in her ability to respond. I hope you can hear this because it's windy. Her ability to respond was in keeping with a rule or a law of this whole saga that I've discovered by observation, which is that normal people cannot see what I'm showing them, but demonically infested people can see and acknowledge what I'm showing them. So I'm stuck with the demons, basically. Any narcissist can say, yes, you're being mimicked, but that's not what I want. Like I said, I want to reach normal people. I've been supernaturally censored. So this woman, she wrote me back an email reply agreeing with me and acknowledging me and validating me. And she could see, oh, it's so windy up here. I could see that she could see what I'd been through. And that's great, right? It's not great. It's not great because of who she is. I don't know if she's a narcissist, but she's definitely demonically driven. And she said a couple of things to me that made me to realise that she must have been demonically infested a long time ago. I think she said she'd done tarot cards in the past, like she'd been a tarot card reader. That is a way to get 100% demonically possessed. So she'd done tarot cards. And she said to me also that she'd done hypnosis. Tarot cards and hypnosis. And hypnosis is of the devil. And there's more emu prints right there. And there. The whole thing is boing, 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 boing. Jumping how far? About 2 meters each time with both feet. Boing, boing. Wow. All these emu prints. That looks like a 3 meter jump there, from there to there. Wow. And there as well, that's about 3 meters. It can jump 3 meters regularly by the looks of it. Boing, boing. Do emus boing though? I don't think they do. I think they just run. So explain me that. I don't even know. Maybe emus can run. I don't know. They ain't kangaroos though. They're chickens. They're giant chickens. I suppose I'll start heading back because it's so windy up here. Or maybe not. I didn't want to get up on the top of the mountain. So yeah, she said to me in her email something strange. She kind of notified me of who and what she is. She said, Tristan, I have to disclose to you that I'm a former professional hypnotist. I was like, okay. At the time, that didn't mean anything to me. But now it means a whole different lot of stuff. So again, the only person, of these cohort of amazing people that have really that would really be in a position to validate what I'd said in my videos. The only one that could do it was a woman that had done tarot cards and professional hypnotism as a job. So the only one that could adequately respond to me and validate my videos and could tell me back, yes, I can see what's in your videos, was someone who was demon possessed. So there's this rule that I've become aware of, that somehow I'm blocked off from regular people seeing my content on the internet, but demon-driven, demon-occupied, demon-possessed people, they can see my content on the internet and they can validate it and they can acknowledge it. But of course, acknowledgement from the enemy is fruitless and pointless. It's a bit like me saying to everybody, hey, look, I can see the enemy here, and they can't perceive that I've said anything to them at all. But the only ones that can perceive that I've said anything to them are the enemy themselves. And they say, yes, that's right, you've seen the enemy, congratulations. But it's pointless because I can't alert anybody else about it. Do you see what I mean? So this is all in the electronic sphere. This is all email and stuff. I wonder, hitherto I've just assumed that it would be the same in real life and no different than on electronic means of communication. So the next thing to try out is to start trying to talk to people in real life about what I've experienced and maybe show them one of my videos or a section of it and ask them the same question. What do you see and hear in my video? And just see what they say. Because if I've got a room full of people and they all see the video in person, and I ask everybody, like just say I pay them to do a questionnaire, and they've got to write down with a biro and a piece of paper, they've got to write down what they've seen and heard in the video, just that simple question. It'd be interesting to see if anybody can actually tell me what they've seen and heard in the video, because if it's anything like the electronic means, people that aren't demon driven will just be like, that's a very intriguing video. I wonder if you can tell me what it's about. Or they'll be like, I'm really not sure. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking me. It's not clear what you're saying. When you've asked them a direct question like, what can you see and hear in my video? You know, like you could literally ask them anything basic, like, what is the title of my video? They can't tell you. They simply can't tell you. Then it's not possible for them to tell you. All right, so maybe if I have face-to-face interaction with people in real life, not through electronic means, maybe they will be able to acknowledge what I've discovered. I honestly doubt it. I think that it's like a supernatural shadow ban, a supernatural censorship that would probably also apply to real life. I think it's witchcraft. Because think about it, if you're the devil and if you're demons and if you're witches, the last thing you'd want is all of your tricks, your bag of tricks being exposed by somebody to the whole world. So it almost seems like there's an inbuilt curse into all of those activities of the devil, that if someone tries to expose it, they get muzzled, they get supernaturally muzzled, supernaturally muted, so that they can't speak. I think there was a part, I'll go back now, it's going to get windy. I think there was a part of The Matrix where the main guy, Keanu Reeves' character, I think there's one point where his mouth is gone and he can't speak and he's just like, that's kind of what I'm experiencing right now on the internet. I simply cannot reach normal people, only narcissists, only demon-driven people, only people that have gotten involved in the occult. They're the only ones I can reach, which is obviously not what I want. So that's one of the main topics. And the sad thing is, I'll make this video and I'll upload it. Even if I only upload this part talking about this, there'll be zero responses from anyone. There'll be maybe 2 narcissists that'll chime in and write some comments, you know, friendly narcissists, but that's not what I want. I want regular people to really, the stuff I'm showing them is basic. It's really easy to see it. I'm an excellent communicator. I'm an excellent teacher. I'm an excellent educator. And so the way that the enemy would block, would stop, would hinder, would sabotage someone as effective as me at teaching people things is to simply censor me and stop me from teaching people that way. So